be like, whoa, I just don't know if you're right for this right now.
But Michael,
but
again, Michael, but what I'm getting to again, I'm getting to what is a broader issue, a deeper issue in terms of what are white norms and values. So, for instance, in the television industry and in the radio industry, for the longest, it was you needed it was the Midwest voice. The Midwest voice.
Not Southern,
the whole deal in television was
basics.
You needed the Midwest voice. And then when you would actually ask people, what the hell is the Midwest voice? Really? It was like, and what was the whole deal with Johnny Carson? We're playing to Peoria. Okay? What the hell is Peoria? What they were really saying was, we're playing to white people in the Midwest. I was in Dallas. This was the most KRLD radio. Jack Hines was the news director. Very deep voice, you know, that Midwest sound. So Jack called me to, let me repeat it. I was at KRLD radio in Dallas, in Texas. Jack Hines calls me in to tells me I need to go to a voice coach. He said, because I have a slight twang. I said,
good for him.
Jack, your ass ain't from here. I'm from here. Hell yeah, I sound like I'm from Texas. 'Cause damn it, we in Texas. Your ass don't sound like you from here. I said, I can guarantee you everybody listen know what the hell I'm talking about. And it was sort of this, and again, that standard came, and that was a white standard. When you go on television, watch your clothes. It's like, don't you wear dashiki? Okay, because, again, that's a white standard. It is. Because the real deal is we ain't trying to scare white folks.
It's not just white, though.
But you're scaring them.
No, but hold on. But here's the deal, Michael. I hear what Monique is saying, but when we, first of all, the brilliance of white supremacy is not only has it told us what's good and what's bad. It's really from their perspective. And white folks have also bought into it as well. It's really a white standard.
So what if, in these kind of situations, we've had this on the show before, what if the standard was you cannot come to work with straight blonde hair and blue eyes?
It's a whole bunch of white folks who can't show up.
Can't show up?
Right, if that's the standard.
Because you're going to scare my client. You're going to scare my customer. Wouldn't that be an interesting world?
Hell yeah, it would. And if y'all want to see that,
You're acting like.
and if y'all want to see that, see that world, there's a movie called White Man's Burden, starring John Travolta and Harry Belafonte. I got the DVD. It's a hell of a movie where the whole deal was flipped, where white folks are broke and destitute, get the death penalty, and we in charge. One hell of a movie.
If y'all want to see that world, just walk into black-owned businesses. Don't act like it's fantasy time.
No.
Select people who look like us, who present like us. We prefer our own. Pan the room to find a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman.
But that's not the
we
issue.
do that, and we have a right to.
Can we talk?
What I am saying is that when you're in private industry, because you said, what if? And I'm saying, and so, because...
No.
And
white standard.
I don't know. Listen.
It's a white standard.
Do
What
we
if it's
have
a professional
entrepreneurs on the
standard?
panel?
What if it's a
How
professional
many
standard?
of us
Define
have
professional.
hired
Okay.
blonde-haired,
Depends on the culture of the
blue-eyed,
organization.
thin women?
First of all, I've hired people. I've hired big people, thin people. I've hired black people, white people.
Talking about
No, but I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is when we talk about these norms and values, we are talking about white.
But it's
standards
more complicated than
no, it's not.
It
It's
is.
real simple.
Especially in the
standards
private
that have
sector.
been devised and implemented
I
by
agree
white
with you,
people that
Scott.
we have accepted
Record me.
as the rule. And then what happens is when we come in and we change the rule, they're like, okay, what happened? Because somebody black came in and said, that's a stupid rule.
But it
Scott
doesn't
is a hiring
happen that
partner,
way, though.
and I agree with him.
But you know Scott got the white standards in his law firm.
Really? I thought
you were gonna say in his blood.
In the law firm. But let me add some real levity.
How many lawyers at your law firm?
In D.C. or otherwise?
A total.
Total? 1,700.
1,700. How many black lawyers?
I don't know. I got 30% diversity in D.C.
You ain't answer my question. I ain't say diversity.
30%
How many
of
black lawyers?
I got 30% diversity in D.C., and that's 30 black or brown lawyers.
No, how many black? I ain't say brown.
Well, I don't know those numbers.
better
but
than-
I'm not done. I'm not done.
The only numbers
Okay,
that I know
how many black?
for D.C.
Okay, how many
since
black?
I managed
How many black partners?
in D.C.? Probably 6 or 7.
6 or 7. In history, how many y'all had?
I don't know that.
How old is the firm?
150 years old.
Guess what?
What?
You had 150 years of white. You had 150 years of white folks determining what the rules were. So when you came in, you had to
Okay.
learn their system, their rules, their norms,
You had to learn
their
their-
values, and
you had to
implement
learn
it
a
in
culture.
order to white culture.
For the firm and for our clients. Law firms are not a really good example of this.
Most of
You can
y'all,
say
most
what
of
you
y'all
wanna
clients
say.
white.
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
don't see
Scott,
color.
I was with
I don't-
you.
Hell yeah.
I
don't
don't
see
know.
color. I
Scott, you're
don't.
wrong.
You don't
You're
see
wrong.
color?
Back up. Stop. Just
Better drink some damn water. You better drink some damn water. You better drink some damn water.
I don't know
I
what
stepped in
color
as his
our
lawyer.
clients
I was like, ooh,
Hey,
Scott.
hey, I know my
was
next
with him.
segment. I know my next segment is called Crazy Ass White People. I got crazy ass black people right here, right now. Go ahead,
stepped in.
y'all. Go ahead, play it. Play it.
I have something
play
to
it.
say about
Too
this
bad.
issue.
Too bad.
You never came to me. You went to her 3 times.
You'll be all right.
I don't like it.
You messed it up for yourself.
No, I did. I didn't mention it.
On my property.
Hey! Give us your rights.
You don't live here.
I'm uncomfortable.
Hey, y'all. 22-year-old white woman who shot and killed a black man who drove away from the scene of an accident has been denied bond after a dramatic 911 call of the incident was played in court. In May, Kenneth Herring hit a truck and initially waited at the scene, but became disoriented and drove off. Could have been, concussion. Well, Hannah Payne called 911 claiming Herring was drunk and that she was going to follow him. Punk-ass Georgina Zimmerman. The dispatcher told her several times not to follow him, like they told George Zimmerman. Take a listen to the 911 call.
He is drunk. I'm sorry, I'm here to tell you I'm not going to follow him. Because he is going to cause another accident. Ma'am! Yes. Ma'am! He just pulled the trigger of my gun in my hand. Ma'am, you are not supposed to follow him. Ma'am.
Herring was believed to be having a medical emergency, and no drugs or alcohol were found in his system, according to toxicology reports. Okay, first of all, she told your dumb ass don't follow him. And then you go, man, he pulled the trigger on my gun. The only way, first of all, this man is dead. He's dead, okay? She's sitting there. No, I'm telling you, these white folks have lost their minds with how they're operating. They lost their minds.
And while she may not have been right to have followed him and disobeyed an order, that's not criminal. Her defense in this case is going to be that she made a judgment decision in order to try to protect others. And so then there was a struggle for the gun. Whether he was drunk or not doesn't really matter. It's a real tragedy, but she's going to stay in jail. But watch for her defense. It's going to be a very difficult case to prosecute for the local prosecutors.
Michael.
I just think everything comes back to who's at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, how white folks feel they can treat black folks any old way. And they feel they can do it, and there are going to be no repercussions because he's treating the country any old way. So
But
why
they
can't
thought
I?
that before.
Yeah.
We had examples of that.
What you have here, again, which is shameful. These white folks want vengeance. Dispatcher says, don't follow. Don't follow them. It's no difference when police departments have rules that say, do not enter into car chases. When that cop goes, forget that, I'm chasing them. Don't shoot somebody in the back when they're running away, not harming you. Oh, no, I'm taking them down. That's really what we're dealing with here.
No, this was murder.
Absolutely.
And I don't call her crazy necessarily. Homicidal, yes. And this is where I disagree with you about white fear, because what I believe we see in instances like this is people who are in a controlling ruling class who are emboldened and have no fear.
Yep.
They don't have a fear of law enforcement. They don't have a fear of norms or standards. They don't have a fear of other people. This woman in particular believed that it was well within her rights and her power to chase down a person and pull out a weapon, and now, as Scott said, again, auditioning for the defense, that she's going to claim that she was concerned about public safety. And someone ended up.
But she's not a public safety officer.
Dead.
She's got a right to make a citizen's arrest or to save the lives of others, and she made that judgment call.
Yeah, okay, all right.
All right?
All right.
I didn't say it was right, and I
Throw
don't agree
her
with it,
ass
but it is
in
what
prison.
it is.
Throw her ass in prison, and I'm trying to tell y'all, all y'all white folks, listen to me who watch. And listen.
Well, how many is that?
When the dispatcher, more than Black Laws is your law firm,
No,
this is real simple.
I get that not.
See,
When the dispatcher, right, you walk right into that one. So I don't know why you need to bring that back up with your 5 or 6 black lawyers. Here's the deal, y'all. I'm telling y'all right
Partners.
now.
Not more. You
I'm telling y'all right now.
It's in
Same
partners.
thing.
No, it is
Same
not.
thing. Let me tell y'all right now.
no, it is not.
Y'all need to learn how to listen to dispatchers and stop. And see, this is also what happens when y'all folks who want to have guns. Because here's the real deal. When you got that gun, you think you really emboldened. I don't care what anybody says. You act differently when you don't have a gun. I believe you act with some common damn sense when you don't have a gun. When you got a gun, you think, oh, yeah, I'm big and bad. That's the fundamental problem with all these crazy white folks who walking around with guns yelling Second Amendment. And this brother is dead because she's stupid. It was a car accident. A car can get fixed. A car can get repaired. This is a life taken. I hope they send her trifling behind to prison, and LaQuisha is her bunkmate for the next 50 to 75 years. And she got to look at somebody black every day. I have no sympathy for her at all. Real quick, folks, because I'm trying to make it real clear they black. Because if I said Becky, you know who the hell I was talking about. All right, real quick, Ava DuVernay's When They See Us came in with the most nominations for people of color, including a first-time nod for lead actor in limited series or movie for Jarrell Jerome's stunning turn as the real-life Corey Wise of the Netflix limited series. Other folks nominated, Niecy Nash, Angelou Ellis. Also, Billy Porter for his turn of the groundbreaking FX drama Pose. Mahershala Ali received a nomination for his role in the third installment of True Detective. And